feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me.
It's the Steelers and the Falcons, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Brewer, he finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. Brewer drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. 2nd and 7. Kamara up the middle. Nifty move. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brewer. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, Brewer. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Kamara gets it again on second down. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal. The stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Kamara is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Godwin from 3 yards out. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll begin on the ground with Clement. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Clement. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. They're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Up the middle they go with Clement. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Clement between the tackles. And he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. That come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Brewer, he's got Gore. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Brewer. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Brewer. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Someone sharp in this game. A touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, he might be locked in for this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down, Brewer. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Brewer. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peters. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Half of the play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They go play action here on first down. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Complete right side to Otten. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brewer being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brewer. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Second and 4. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Brewer. Oh, nice move.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Steelers.
Looking to throw.
Brewer targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Brewer. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Miller on the catch over the middle.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brewer. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brewer. Steps away to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
2nd and 15.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brewer. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun. Brewer. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
Complete to DJ Moore. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Brewer throwing the out route and complete. That's Peters.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Coming left is Kamara. Dances by him. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Brewer. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brewer.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll get this out to Kamara, and he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
It's the gain of 5. Brings us 7
On 2nd down, Clement. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brewer. Again, he finds Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throw left side complete. That's Peters. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 44. A busy night continues for Kamara. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st down, they go with Clement again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Clement. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They run it with Carson. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. They'll toss it out to Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Carson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Brissett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. This is Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. It looks like it's going to be a third consecutive loss to open the preseason. This one, of course, so stings a bit more as the starters played into the second half, but just not the result that they were hoping for to this point.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
2nd and 1. And he whips that one incomplete there. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
2nd and 5. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. They'll set up to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Shifts by him. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Point after, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. They still can't get him. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line is taking charge and control of this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, good move.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Yeah, on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job here of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
2nd and 3.
And he rifles one incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Back to throw.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
I feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got